Yeah, so anyway, so she, long story short, she gets shot in the face. She gets shot in the face, the bank manager.
Ouch.
Yeah. And so, like, I think what they were trying to say is, like, don't send your wife out to work.
That was a lesson
They
learned.
were trying to be like, yeah, they were trying to be like, don't be like a, yeah.
Yeah.
They
Like the
they
story
trying
grammar.
to say, like, it's the man's job to, like, provide, which I don't believe that. I mean, Deborah went to work today. I smoked a lovely chicken on my grill.
Oh, I thought you say
I
smoke
did,
something
I did
else.
some laundry. Smoke what?
Some weed.
Oh, I
was
thought you meant like a
hoping.
pole.
A
Like smoke
pole?
a bone.
No.
Yeah. Anyway,
Just
where's she going?
that's all. I don't know, but
Well, that was the movie that I watched.
Right.
on
Never
the
heard
way
of it. I kind
to
of want to
Boston.
watch it now, though.
You don't, because it's
Right.
2.5 hours long, and it's like everybody like there's nobody gets sick. Everybody
Yeah.
dies. It's one of those movies where everybody dies.
So you feel like the moral of the story is just don't
can't
send
kill
your
everybody.
wife to work.
The moral of that particular part of the story is, yeah, like don't be a cuck.
I
make
thought
your
it
wife go
was
and work.
just learn to say goodbye always, because you never know when it's going to be the last time you see someone.
No, because it was like a
No?
specific, like, I mean,
Okay.
maybe, but it was like a specific, like, don't like women, but women should be home raising the kids. Women, actually, what they were trying to say is women want to be home raising the kids, which is probably true. I'm sure Deb would love to be home with the dogs all day, but that's my job, baby.
Nice.
That's
But
my
wait,
job.
Are these vital characters throughout the rest of the movie?
That's the only part that she's
And the
she's
husband
in,
and
that
the kid,
character's in.
too.
There, yeah.
And how? So, like, why are they even there? Is the bank robbery
Is the
something?
question.
Just the bank robbery is like
Right.
the main part of the story, but
Okay,
because
the
like
bank
Mel
robbery.
Gibson and Vince Vaughn are like chasing these bank robbers because they're
Oh.
gonna rob the bank robbers.
So maybe that was just there to set this tone. Like that's why we were going to be on Mel Gibson and Vince Vaughn's side, because these robbers are so bad.
No, they already set that up that they were bad. They already executed a bunch of people previously in the movie.
Well, anyway.
That was just an extra thing the director put in to be like, women want to be raising their kids.
Right.
They don't want to go to work, which is kind of true, but I also believe in choice.
Mm-hmm.
Choice for women.
Like she chose that to be with that guy who has no job.
Yeah.
Well, maybe he works at night.
I think he's like a musician or something.
Still applies. Works at
Could
night.
be, yeah.
Musicians work at night.
Maybe he
But they were trying to
works
say
the local
like
prom.
no, but they were trying to say that like she's the main breadwinner.
Right. I
And,
have some
you know.
bad news.
Huh.
Matt thinks that maybe I ruined everything and that the top of the show was not
Yeah.
maintained.
So if you're just joining in, I'm Maria. That's Deb, Mike's girlfriend. And here's Mike, and I
Thanks,
am new to
Maria.
the show, and I am just,
Thanks,
Maria.
Maria. You really swept in there. And
You're welcome. So if you're just tuning in, this is called the
if
Sit
you're just
Down
tuning in,
Pod.
we were talking about the movie Dragged. I'm not starting the show again.
No, it is what it is.
We were talking about the movie Dragged Across Concrete.
Mm-hmm.
The reason I was talking about that movie was because recently I went to Boston on a bus.
Our bus,
Watched that
specifically.
movie. We'll always have the bus.
I thought it was a megabus.
Oh, yeah, there's a mega bus, there's an hour bus, there's Peter Pan.
Which bus did you go on?
I took Greyhound up and I took Megabus back.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
They're all in the same category.
Mm-hmm.
So how come you don't like taking public transportation, Deb? We talked about that, too.
I just feel like trapped and anxious, I guess.
Isn't
like,
that the same as a car?
Not really. I mean, I feel like I equate my car to like, that's why Han Solo was so mad when he lost the Millennium Falcon.
Right.
Because like all his stuff is in there. Things are programmed to the way that he
Right.
likes.
Imagine Chewbacca on like the space train. He
Right.
would not handle that very well.
I would not want to sit next to him.
Right. So I just feel like I'm at the mercy of other things when I'm on public transportation, and I feel trapped and I don't like it. I'll walk through the city and pass as many subways as I can until I'm like, my feet hurt. I have to get on the train. I just rather be outside.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's
And
interesting.
underground.
So I'm taking the bus back. So I like rode up to Boston, did a show, got paid $50, rode back.
How much was your ticket to get there?
It was like $50.
Damn.
Yeah.
What's your charity? I'm just kidding.
What?
What's your charity called?
Patreon.com/sitdownpod.
You heard that here,
Please
folks.
donate. This was a few months ago.
That's all right. It still
Yeah.
applies, right, Mike?
Anyway, so on the way back, the bus stopped, and I get out of it stopped like a rest stop, and I get out, and they had like one of those Best Buy,
Dispensers.
those vending machines.
Vending machines. Yeah, those are cool.
That I don't think I've never seen anybody use. I've never seen anyone buy electronics.
Right.
You do?
I almost did because I forgot headphones, but I was like, no, I'm not going to overpay.
Yeah.
I need to use a coupon.
Right. There's got to be like a
I'm
markup on that.
Very savvy person
Uh-huh.
with financially speaking.
Are
I
you?
like to think.
Yeah.
I don't have credit card debt. I don't know if I
Yeah.
just ruined the story, but
Well, I don't have credit card debt either.
oh,
Not really,
okay,
but like
cool.
But anyway, long story short, I used because I needed like an adapter for that fucking, oh yeah. Oh,
that
so
clucking.
if you guys don't know, there's another dog at my house.
my
It's a
God.
guy that, it's the dog of a guy that Deborah had sex with.
Had sex or had sex multiple times?
Had sex. I don't know.
Okay.
And I don't really want to know.
You don't
It's not
wanna
really
know?
my business to pry into. Yeah,
No,
you
he should
shouldn't
just instead tell
into-
the whole internet.
into.
Right,
You
yes.
shouldn't pry into your partner's sexual past. So I don't care. I don't know if it
Mm.
was one time, a few times.
I don't either,
I'm not
sir.
sure.
Or
Yeah.
else I'd tell you.
I don't really want to know.
Yes.
I just know that it happened.
Oh, that sucks.
Yeah.
But I feel like once you know what happens, you want to know more details. It's either like, I want to know it all or nothing at all.
Yeah, I've spent a lot of time training myself to not be that Italian.
That's an Italian thing?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
I'm Greek. Same thing.
Right,
We're
yeah.
And who was it? And where was
And
it?
where was it?
And
Was it
and what
better
did he
than
do
me?
to you?
Yes. Anyway.
And did he have any marks on his penis?
Oh my God. Ew.
What did his balls look like?
This has been one of the hardest nights of my life, I think.
Really?
Just from start to.
You're not a podcaster. You're not like cut out for it. Maybe.
I guess not.
You're not an. Yeah.
Deb's overwhelmed.
I could do this all night.
Good. I'm glad. Let's talk about all the people you had sex with.
Well,
Well,
you would need
that
a
would
few
be a
episodes.
short
You
list.
would need a few. No, you would need a few episodes for that. I'm an entertainer.
Yeah, I found a list once that he made of everyone that
No.
he had sex with.
I have a list of that.
You did? Is it
Yeah.
in your like notes?
Yes, it is. On my phone.
Yeah, that's where it's.
How many
That's-
people are on it?
I don't know if I want to say.
Okay. Like 30,
No.
30, 40?
No, lower than 30,
Oh, okay.
40.
Yeah.
Good.
You shouldn't.
Not
you
higher than
shouldn't,
20, though.
you
I mean,
shouldn't
higher
ask-
than 20, though. Higher?
Double digits.
Higher? We're in the. I was proud of myself when I made it to the double digits. I was like, this is
When
life
you made it to the
experience.
double. You were proud of yourself.
Yes, I was.
Why?
I don't know.
You
It
have a
was really-
vagina.
yeah.
Yeah.
It's like
'Cause-
easy. You don't
Was
have
it,
to
like,
like
hard?
trick people like guys do.
Yeah. Trick people. You don't have to read Neil Strauss's The Game twice.
We all got issues, right?
Yeah.
There goes mine.
Yeah.
There it is. I'm pouring it out for your listeners there, Mike. You know what I'm saying?
hmm
But
Yeah.
anyway, you were talking about Best Buy, and you
So
don't really see
so-
people
so
using
I'm like,
those.
so I just got a new phone, and I was like, oh, I need a headphone adapter for my phone. I forget why. I think I had Bluetooth headphones, but I was like, I need a headphone adapter because I needed the
want-
adapter,
yes.
the headphone piece to the lightning cable. So I took out my credit card. I spent like $17.
Okay.
I used the credit card the Amex that I never use. I
Mm.
used that because I don't know why I didn't have my other cards with me, but I used that, and then I just neglected paying it, and I finally paid it today, and I owed like $80. This was back in May, so I like put it off since May, so I knew it was. So I was ready for it to be like $50-$60, but it was $80, so it tripled or quadrupled.
You
Because I
should.
guess you get like a $39 late fee.
Yes, you
if
do.
you don't make any payment,
Yeah,
It's
you
so-
should just call. They take it away.
That's what I literally did
What
today.
do I say though?
that I want it taken off. And if they
Yeah.
ask any more questions, you can provide more answers. But for the most part, I would call up and be like, "Hi, my name is Deborah Brooks. I was unable to access my online account.
I'll just be
I
like,
was unable to make a payment, and I was wondering if I could possibly get these late fees removed. I will pay the balance."
Yeah.
And they probably won't remove all of them, but they'll remove at least one.
Yeah.
yeah.
You have to just call. It's a quick.
Yeah.
I did the same thing today. That's so funny we're talking about this.
Mhm.
I just said I was on vacation, which was the truth. Plus, they never emailed me to remind me to pay.
I mean,
I
they
just
don't-
shift the blame back on them. Like, I didn't get your mail. I didn't get it. Like, this is your fault.
Right, yeah.
You know?
I've never even had to go into that much explanation. If they
Deborah
ask,
has like a
then
hot
I
phone
just-
voice though. She could probably get people to do anything she wants.
Thank you.
Hi, this is Deborah. I'm just wondering if I could get that late fee removed.
I also like flirt with every
Hi.
person I talk to on the phone. Like I
Okay.
try to make them laugh a minimum of 3 times so that I
Mm.
can get things done.
Oh, okay. I'm just like short and to direct to the point. But I usually get.
Yeah,
what I
Deborah's been
want.
working it since she was very young.
All right.
That's right.
Deborah had to learn the code of the streets, how to get those late fees removed.
Yeah, because Deborah had a lot. I kind of lived on
When
credit cards
Deborah
when I
was
in
young
college.
and she could spot a pedophile from a mile away, and she would go in and wiggle her little 12-year-old ass
get
and
some
be like,
candy and then
yeah,
book it.
yeah.
No.
Oh my God! So you like own this candy store? Oh, you like you're
Oh.
Bubba, you're the manager. That's pretty cool.
Right. Yeah. No.
Is that a
I get
Staten Island
those.
accent?
Can I get those lemon heads, cowboy?
Those bottle caps.
She's like, yeah.
I
Her
like
da- her
those
dad-
long red licorice. They're not even licorice. They're like long shoestring.
Yes.
Things.
Those are good.
Her
Those are
dad
good.
finds out and he's like, "Are you giving my daughter free candy?" And you're like, "Dad, can you buy me some candy?" He's like, "No, I don't have any money." It's weird
I have
because
a really
I guess
bad
when I
and dirty
propose,
joke about that.
What?
Oh, when you propose, way better topic.
I guess when I propose to Deb, I have to ask her dad.
Yeah, you should. But I
But
don't think
it's
she
weird.
cares that much.
It's weird asking him because he's like a deadbeat.
Oh.
What if this gets like heard by people?
I don't think he knows how to use.
I guess I would not call him a deadbeat. I would just say that I hope Mike
doesn't
makes
like him.
better choices
Okay.
as a father to my children.
That's fair
Hmm.
because eventually parents always want to raise, or most of the time want to raise their kid
To
with
be
a
better.
life. So
Yeah.
if Mike is better, it's because you picked someone better, which really in turn means your dad raised you
Right.
to be better than he was or
Exactly.
he is.
Right.
So you see what I did there?
Yeah.
It's called rationalizing.
Mhm.
It's a
Thanks,
good
Maria.
tip.
Yes. What's your dirty joke?
Okay. It's kind of long, but
Go ahead.
I kind of all right. So this girl, she wants to. She's in high school, and she meets this guy in high school, and he like asks her out to the movies, and she like really really likes him. So she's like, "Crap, I need a car to get to the movies." So she goes up to her dad, and she's like, "Dad, can I have the car tonight? I have a date." And he was like, "All right, if you want the car, you have to suck my dick." And she was like, "Dad, what the hell? No, I'm not going to do that." So she like goes upstairs in her room and she's like thinking about it. And she's like, "Oh, damn, I really want to go on the date with this guy though. I really, really like this guy." So she's like, "All right, fuck it. I'm just going to do it." So she goes downstairs and she was like, "All
I
right,
know this
Dad."
joke.
She was like, "All right, Dad, I'll do it. Fine. I'll suck your dick." And her dad's like, "All right." So she like starts sucking his dick and she's like, "Ew, Dad, your dick tastes like shit."
Where did you hear this?
My friend told me this.
Recently?
Yeah.
I
Oh.
want to know the rest.
And then
You don't
she
know
goes,
what's. You
"No."
don't
she
know how
goes,
this is
"Ew,
gonna end?
Dad, your dick tastes like shit." And goes, "Yeah, your brother wanted the car earlier."
He goes, "Oh, I forgot your brother has the car."
Ew.
I heard it. I heard it in Greece.
Oh, you did?
Yes.
Did
Yeah.
they say it in Greek?
No.
Well, in
no.
Greece-
This is my American friend telling me
In
this
Greece,
joke.
it's just in their constitution.
That is Greek mythology.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. It's about Zeus and Hercules.
I'm gonna get really personal.
Zeus's
As
sister.
a Greek person, I've never done anal. Like, I'm just defying the stereotypes, people.
Good, because you
Yeah.
should put it out there so that nobody just
Yeah, but it's
assumes
not-
that about
it's not-
you.
Yes. Should I get that
Yeah.
on a shirt?
Yeah,
Just-
that's or a hat.
Yeah.
That's gonna be the title of the episode. As a
For
Greek, person,
I've never
Maria's
done
never
anal.
done anal.
No.
You're welcome. You are welcome.
Mm.
Yeah, I
You ever
apparently
had like a finger up there, or
yeah, but
how many fingers?
just one.
Not.
I've never progressed
two?
to 2.
Mhm.
Never progressed to two.
to do
To do
to do
to do the anal
to do it.
and to 2.
Yeah,
But I'm currently working on
I think
that.
everyone
It's a
likes a
long-term
finger in
goal.
the ass.
Yeah, finger in the ass.
It's not bad.
This little dog looking at me as I say that is some kind of disturbing. Like,
yeah,
I feel
well,
like this dog
she
is
likes
so
it.
But it's not
innocent.
Greek women that do anal.
Right.
It's,
yeah, it's
Men.
Catholic.
it's no, it's
Catholic.
Greek boys who want to learn philosophy.
Oh, right.
Hey, our
it's
priests
guys
can
who
get
want to
married,
study
though.
with Socrates, right?
Mhm.
Right.
Greek. Wait, you're the second Greek person to say that our priests can get married. Like
Yes.
it's like
That's what they have on
It's
us.
a game changer. Because our priests
Yeah.
can marry someone, live their own lives, have kids, have grandkids.
But I
My
heard
priest
but
can like
but it's like if you want to
live.
fuck boys, that you're marrying a woman's not gonna satisfy.
truth.
no, but I think they just have access to boys. You think like you have to be predisposed to like pedophilia
No,
if you
but
want to
they
be
say
a
like,
priest?
but Greek people say like, oh, our priests can get married, like it's a deterrent to pedophilia.
True.
Right. But do you think that like priests are all pedophiles, or do you think like the lack of like sexual exertion has caused them to like
That
resort
one.
to boys?
I think that one. The
I
resort
think,
to
I think
boys.
the church was probably like a haven throughout history for pedophiles.
Why would they want to protect pedophiles?
What?
I thought that they just like were really horny and had no other option.
That's what I thought too.
No, I think in like the 1950s or however far back you want to go, if you were a pedophile, you're like, all right, what are my options? And it's like it's priest or scoutmaster.
Oh, I don't know.
Right.
I was told once, and I don't know if this is accurate, that
Yeah.
the only reason why Catholic priests are unable to get married is because it used to be in the past, and I'm not sure what time period, but in Ireland, the priest owned the land. He was like essentially the king, and his son would be the next to take over. And in order to like stop one family from running a place, they would say the priest can't get married anymore, therefore they can't have children. This way they can't be in charge of everything.
Yeah, I don't think it's any like religious reason why they
Right.
can't get
I
married.
thought because the Bible says that you have to devote yourself to God. So
I
you're
thought
like,
that was just nuns.
Yeah.
Like they're married to Jesus.
right. I don't
Right.
know.
Does that mean the priest is married to Jesus? So it's like same-sex marriage?
No, but shouldn't it be at least like
So
the
then
priest
pedophilia
is
is
like
okay.
Jesus, so all the nuns are married to him and they serve him sexually so that he doesn't mess with the altar boys?
Yeah, I don't know.
We're gonna have to Google all this.
Yeah.
So
Well, let's get into it, folks.
I was
Today we're
saying.
going to talk about something I've been thinking about like about this week is like I really feel like I've been kind of lucky in my life. Like I haven't been like financially desperate too much. I've never really had like no money. Sometimes I've had like, only $2,000 and I start to freak out a little bit. But I've never had to borrow money from like a loan shark. I've never thought like, oh no, I'm going to be homeless.
Mm-hmm.
And so I want to talk about loan sharks today.
Right.
Who are they? What do they do? Where
Loan
do
sharks
they?
are people who like you borrow from and then they like make you pay it back with like a
Hefty
with
interest
like a really
rate.
high interest rate.
Yeah.
And they will break fingers
right.
if you owe them.
Is there a Greek mob?
Yes. I know from personal experience. And
Oh,
that's all
good.
I'll say there.
Oh, okay.
What do you mean?
That's all I'll say there. No, they're Greek loan sharks. Yeah, for sure. Especially people with like gambling addicts.
Right, yeah.
Gambling
Gambling addicts are the
addicts.
ones who are the most susceptible,
They
right?
hang out by the casinos and they're like, hey, how much did you know? And they swoop you in. And then
Right.
the next, before you know it, you broke your finger. And you
Right, 'cause
lie and say it's because you threw a booger out the window and your finger snapped.
Right. Oh.
Mhm. That's
Maria's
all.
dad liked to throw a lot of boogers out the window.
Not my dad.
Girls,
Someone
I'm
close
sorry.
to my dad. That's all I'll
I'm-
say.
That's right.
I'm sorry.
Well,
I
he was
lost,
like a
I
clever-
lost a booger. I'm sorry. I have lots of boogers this week.
Oh, yeah, you met my
This-
dad at our live show.
Did I?
He was there.
Oh,
He's
I don't think I
supportive.
met him. Yeah.
Are your parents supportive?
Oh, I have like 6 or 7 boogers just today.
Is that the Greek accent? This dog.
Yeah.
The dog.
Don't put the dog on.
Nah, don't
Don't
do
put
that.
the dog on.
The dog is
Like
really
we said, the
cute.
dog belongs to someone Deborah had sex with. And
Right.
a couple weekends ago, we went to the wedding of a guy that Deborah had
yes,
sex with.
yes, we were talking about
Yeah,
that
I had to
before.
give him $100.
That's it?
Yeah.
Where was this wedding?
Jersey.
Okay.
So I'm like a professional cuck.
$100 is not even a lot anymore for
Well,
a wedding gift.
we both gave $100.
Okay.
Yeah.
Where did he get married?
That's not a lot.
I still don't think that's a lot.
What
That's
should you
only,
give?
That's I thought like at least 150,
Yeah.
200 to cover the plate. But it also depends on where.
Well, listen, we're talking about an episode about being poor.
We're
and
talking
I'm
about a
in
guy
that category.
whose penis
so.
was inside the woman that I love.
Right.
I'm not
Aw,
going to give.
you
Why
love
would I
me?
give him more than $100?
Yeah.
Yes, I love you,
Thank
Aw.
and I
anyway,
hate to think that some other man.
you.
has your $100.
Yeah.
No, Mike. Those were all lies that I told you so that you wouldn't know that really I just
That's
saved
not true.
myself for you.
That's not true. You have a beautiful tight pussy, and I'm sure.
That's because no one else was in there.
I'm sure
Right.
people. I'm sure other people were in there.
I can't fact check that one. All I know is Deb loves you too, and we're waiting. We're waiting for you, Mike. You know what I
Well,
mean?
You know what else is tight is
What?
this
Your budget.
mybookie.ag. Guys, if you found $100 on the street, would you pick it up or keep walking? Of course you take the money. So why do you keep picking winners and not betting on them? That's why I go to MyBookie. It's fast, it's easy, and they pay when you win. Let's face it, where you're betting is just as important as who you're betting on. I wouldn't be telling you guys this to bet with them if they weren't the best. Do the smart thing. If you're going to bet this football season, bet with MyBookie. Did you know you can bet on games after kickoff? If by the second half it looks like your bet is going to lose, you can always just take the other side. If you're the kind of guy that likes to bet a little and win a lot, try a parlay. If all your picks come through, you'll multiply your winnings. And no matter how you bet, the NFL season is the best time of the year. Join now, and MyBookie will double your first deposit. Use promo code SITDOWN to activate the offer. That's promo code SITDOWN. Visit mybookie.ag today. You play, you win, you get paid. Now back to the show.
Woo.
I'm Greek, and I'm a Greek priest, and I can get married.
That's right.
So I'm not into boys.
Not into boys. Look at me, I have a wife.
Wait, but can they marry
How could I be a
men?
homosexual if I didn't have? Can they
Maybe.
what?
Can they marry men?
Can
Maybe.
they marry men? I don't think so.
Maybe
Are there
not
any
yet.
gay
I wanna say
pastors
no.
or
Yes,
ministers?
there is one in Brooklyn actually,
Huh.
and he's married. I think. What's that called? A beard.
beard?
He has a beard, but
Mhm.
it's really obvious that he's gay. So I don't know.
It seems like that's the priesthood is where you would go if you were gay. That was like the job for gay
Really?
guys. Yeah.
Interesting. My grandpa was a priest. I don't think he was gay. He had 8 kids, but anything goes nowadays, right?
Right. I mean, you
Yeah.
can just flip anyone over.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's true.
true. You know,
You
at
could
the end
you
of the
could
day,
flip
butt
a
is
woman
butt.
over and just pretend that it's a guy.
Yeah.
Right.
That's why we rarely have doggy style sex. Because
We
I love
rarely
that,
do.
that sweet heterosexual
I don't know.
missionary.
You don't like?
I love
Doggy
I like
style?
meat and potatoes.
Every time Mike
I
turns
like-
me over, I'm like, I guess he wants to come now.
but you don't come that way.
No,
Why?
because I just lay there and do nothing.
You don't
and-
like rub anything? Is this too crass?
No.
Or this is probably like
Yeah.
what people want to hear. Actually, I'm gonna keep going.
No, I don't do anything. Mike does all the work.
All right. You could,
I think I forgot how to have sex.
you could use a hand once in a while.
I don't even need to.
Okay, that's good. So then Mike
Mm.
can use a hand.
I just hold on to the bed.
All right,
Thank you, everybody. You heard it
That's
first
good.
here, folks.
that's good.
Deborah's having regular orgasms.
Thank you. Otherwise, I'd
That's-
probably be a demon.
Hmm.
You'd be a demon.
Like mean.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay.
Yeah. Why? What are you into, Maria?
Oh, I don't know. Not really anal yet.
Hmm.
Working on that.
Ugh, I don't
Yeah.
want to.
You don't.
What do you
want
mean?
to?
Where
No.
Maria's like, wait, there's like an '80s movie montage of Maria like stretching her asshole out. Push it to the limit.
She's got anal beads at
like
home.
Scarface. Yeah, they're like growing in size. There's like a shot of her like at a store pointing to like beads, and the guy's like, no. He gives her a smaller pair. Push it to the limit.
And Maria was like, well, I don't know. I was just
Right.
no
thinking.
one
Yeah.
will stand in your way. She's
I wanted
like,
to commit.
Yeah.
Sitting on them, like, and
she's
then
like riding the
smiling.
bus. She's riding the bus and like straddling 2 seats. They're like, ma'am, can my daughter sit here?
No, she's working on something.
Ma'am,
That's what I've heard from my friends
excuse
that you
me,
have to
I'm
work
I'm
on
pregnant.
it.
I'm pregnant. Can I sit down? Oh,
I
give
don't
me a
even
second. I'm just
feel-
stretching out my asshole.
I'm very busy here, stretching out my asshole.
I haven't met anyone who's like, oh my God, I love anal.
Really? You have
Never.
to meet some of my friends. Because
Never.
I feel like the underdog.
Girls?
Like, yeah, my friends, they're like, what do you mean you don't like it? What do you mean you haven't tried it? You're a disappointment. And apparently it takes time because you have to but it takes time within,
Yeah.
I don't know. I've heard multiple
Yeah.
opinions. So it just takes time. So I need a day to just stretch my butthole out.
That's
apparently.
what.
And
That's
I gotta
what.
schedule that, you know?
That's what James Adomian told me once. That you take some. You got to get used to it.
Yeah, you got to get used to it. See?
Yeah.
So I'm currently working.
So are you
going
going to stretch out your butthole?
I don't know. I think it's stretched enough.
Oh.
Yeah.
So I should just like
Get in
shove
there.
something in there?
Right
All
now.
right.
Is it
Yeah.
because you were an altar boy?
What?
'Cause you were an altar
MyBookie.com is
boy?
offering a special promotion on. If you fist your own ass, they'll give you $100 credit to bet on the Cleveland Browns.
I don't know. Apparently,
No,
it
but
feels
please-
amazing.
but go
So
to-
why the hell not?
Yeah. Nice.
Apparently, I'm missing out. So I don't like to miss out. You know, FOMO of my butthole.
See, but like, how can you have FOMO if you're like satisfied with what
I know.
you're doing?
Yeah. No, I am. So I'm just.
Yeah.
Apparently, I gotta try this. So
I
I'm
mean, like, I
trying
didn't
it.
know this was going to be a sex episode, but like,
Right.
Mhm.
sometimes Mike's like, "Do you want to do this?" And I'm like, "No, really, I'm good. Where
Are
we're
you not
at."
adventurous?
Not really.
No, I'm happy.
Okay.
Like, it's already going well. Like, I'm like,
Right.
don't change it.
Oh. But apparently, with sex, like it can always get better and better, and that's like the whole point of life.
Right.
Just to keep getting better and better with sex. So I'm
Nah,
like,
we're fine.
all right.
Yeah, I'm like, I'm already, things are going well. I don't
Alright.
need to do anything extra. But if you want to, I don't
Mhm.
really think I want anything in my butt, though.
Yeah.
I'm just thinking about all the people I know who tell me they listen to the show. That's fine.
Do I know a lot of them?
No.
Thank God. I'm gonna go now.
Okay.
This is probably not the best representation of me.
No,
but
everyone's going to
that's
think
okay.
that
Nah,
you are...
you're the podcast slut. They're gonna want you back on.
all right.
Hey guys, we got Maria here. Maria.
I did go to a sex toy party at Maria's house
Yeah.
when we were in college.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's so funny you bring that up because I just pulled out one of the things that I bought from that I got from my party.
Yeah.
So you were there too? I had
I
so
was.
many people come. I don't even remember.
Wait, can I say something real
who was
quick though?
there?
It is funny like hearing you guys talk because I feel like forever like with all the movies that we watched or that I watched growing up like every movie was called like putting cameras in the girls' bathroom because it's like because there was this narrative that like women didn't like to have sex.
Right.
Like it was like this nerd point of view where it's like
Mm,
I hope she'll like
right.
I
Right,
hope
like
I can
the
trick
only-
her into spreading her legs.
Like Porky's, right? With the hole and the peeping toms and all that.
Yeah, whatever.
I
yeah.
feel like the only horny woman on television was Peg Bundy.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, and Al never wanted to have sex with her.
Right, and then he was a good representation for like not horny guys.
Yeah.
Well, he
felt
just hated
I felt
her.
seen.
Yeah, did he hate her or like
'Cause
he
he
just
didn't
wasn't
like her.
horny?
No, he didn't like her. She annoyed him.
Well,
He
I think
liked
that
the other
I think
women.
that women try to like find a guy. They try to find one guy that they can fuck a lot, and guys are sometimes like the opposite
They don't want to fuck.
because it's easy for women to,
Right, so they'd
Fuck
rather
someone.
just like
but it's hard for us
have
to
sex with a
fuck
bunch of
lot
different women
people.
once than like
So what I'm
have
saying is
sex
my
with
life
one.
is a prison.
Right.
Having to fuck
full
one
of
woman
shit.
is hell. That's what I'm trying. That's what I'm
Yeah,
trying to
because
say.
he like actually had to get good at it before he can be like a hit and run.
Right. Well, if you want to get a
Yeah.
call back, you got to be somewhat
Right.
good.
Yeah.
That is probably. I was probably pretty terrible at fucking before you came into my life. And
I
now
feel like
I'm
he's just
now I'm
saying
below
that.
average. Now I'm average. All right. Anyway,
All right.
let's talk about.
gonna
All right.
go.
So
Oh yeah,
All right.
Maria's
Ciao,
gotta go. She's
everyone.
been here too long.
Yes, that's all right though. I really appreciated being on your show, and
Thanks.
I just
Thanks
want
for
to tell
coming.
people.
I know I got all the way
I
to
love
Matt's
this
house,
dog.
and I didn't have the gear with me.
And then we started the episode, and Mike started off real funny, and I unplugged the thing and
Deborah
erased
unplugged the Zoom.
everything.
Deb had her need to control and organize things.
Mhm.
I just wanted the headphones because I like that feedback.
Okay.
That's the only thing I don't like about our podcast. I wish we had headphones because I like hearing it, but
So we should get some.
we could.
Okay.
Yeah, and if
Thought
you
about
guys
that
have a little
today.
speech pathologist in your life, check out SLP Wine and Cheese. It's on
SLPs.
iTunes,
Peas.
wherever
Yes.
you SLP Wine and Cheese.
SLPs.
SLP's Wine and Cheese.
Yes,
Yeah.
that's SLPS. Speech language
SLP's Wine and
pathologist.
Cheese.
Yeah.
Most SLPs are hot. So if you have an SLP in your life,
Yeah.
or
It
you
really
know,
is because
It's a
and you
hot
want to
yeah.
get in
job.
on them, you should just be like, "Hey, have you heard this podcast, SLPs?"
Yeah, wait,
Wine and Cheese?
Catherine Zini said that when she was on my show. She was like, all my like hot girlfriends from college like became speech pathologists. It's like a hot girl job, and they also said that like they would want a kid with Down syndrome.
What?
No, I don't agree with that last part.
Yes.
I do think that
They're like, I
Down
hope I
syndrome
have a
kids
retarded kid.
are
What?
kind of fun, but I don't.
Yeah.
I wouldn't. I don't know the correct thing to say. I would just hope that any person I brought into this world would have the easiest life possible
Right.
and live a long and healthy.
Yeah, but then you would hate
existence.
them.
No, I'd
What?
make it hard for them just like on the outside. But like
Right.
I want their biology to not be something that stands in their way. I want to stand in their way.
Right.
A biological deterrent. You
Right. I don't want
that.
any biological deterrence.
There we
Just
go.
motherly deterrence.
Just
Like I'll
mother-
make them miserable.
Mm-hmm.
Motherly. All the issues come down to your mother, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Good
All
night,
right.
everyone.
All right. Bye,
Clearly
Maria.
taking this
Thanks for
dog
being
with
here.
me.
You
This
can keep
dog
that
is
dog.
so cute.
All right.
you-
See ya.
Can you want to grab me a water? You mind? Thanks. Okay, so this is from the New York Post from 2017. New York loan sharks are circling the desperate residents of the city's poorest neighborhoods to reap gigantic profits. In a shocking new sign of economic distress among many New Yorkers, payday loans, a shadowy multi-million-dollar underground banking business, is finding fresh prey. Local consumers in vulnerable neighborhoods are being plunged into a vicious cycle of unsustainable debt. The point, so what loan sharks do is like they lend you money and they don't want you to pay it back. They want to like keep lending you money, keep lending you more sums of money, so that you always
Are
owe
in debt
them.
to them.
Which in a way that's like, yeah, there's something.
It's like how you prevent turnover, right?
Yeah, I
Like
think
you just
so.
maintain all the same clients.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, I don't know how because one thing they do is like what they said is like they'll come to you as a friend. They'll be like, oh, like on in one video that I watched, they said that like they're really friendly and they're like they'll be nice. They'll act like they want to help you out. And
kind of like
It's
how
funny-
when Tony went to Artie and like first he burned down his business
yeah,
and then
but he was
Tony-
doing him a favor.
but was he what else happened? Why did he light it on fire? It wasn't because he was doing it
Because Junior
for
wanted to
insurance.
kill somebody in the restaurant,
Right.
And he knew it was going to destroy Artie's business.
So then he couldn't get the insurance money. So then Tony offered to loan it to him. But then when he opened up the new one, he just always racked up a high bill and never paid it.
Tony,
Yeah.
yeah,
That's like what loan sharks do, right? They're like I'm going to screw you over, but then I'm going to like make it seem like I'm helping you out so
Yeah.
that you're always like, and then I'm going to take more from you.
yeah. That's right, Frankie. He could smell it. He could smell it on that bad dog.
No, they're fighting over these
He knows what that
dental
dog. He knows what that
dogs.
dog's owner did.
Oh my God. Anyway, so loan sharks. I mean, have you ever been poached by one?
No. Have you?
No, but I don't have any like gambling. I mean, nothing that anybody worries about or thinks about has happened to me.
Yeah.
I feel like.
Yeah.
But I did show you on the Citizen app that there was a robbery nearby.
We're also like relatively young, though, I think.
Right, so there's time.
Yeah.
I used to think, like, in terms of probability, my fear in high school was that I was going to fall down the stairs in front of everyone.
Mm-hmm.
And then I would just think, like, there's so many stairs, there's so many days, it's 4 years. Like, the likelihood of me never falling down the stairs in front of everyone is, like, small.
Mm-hmm.
But I didn't.
Mm-hmm.
But maybe, you know, there's more years in the life of a human than high school years. So I could still get robbed, raped, murdered.
Yeah, well, let's talk
Poached.
about like why, let's talk about why people go into debt, because a lot of it is like medical debt. Like a lot of it, I think, is like, isn't that the number one reason why people go into debt? Because like they get hit by a car or something, or they have some medical emergency.
And they can't go back to work.
Yeah, or they're just stuck with like a huge bill that they.
Right.
I don't know how it works, but.
Yeah. I mean, I have heard of that before too, but then also there's lots of medical treatments for certain like diseases and such that are not covered by insurance. So people like think, do I want to live? Do I want to try this experimental thing? But, you know, devote all my money and all my family's assets to it.
Yeah.
And then you don't know if it's going to work. But then it's like, would I rather not try for my life?
Yeah.
Yeah, the medical field in general, in terms of like antibiotics and treatments, is pretty alarming.
Yeah. I was thinking about this, like let's say like I really pissed off some people and like a guy had to come and kill me. And he didn't kill me like here. Come on in.
No, that was Frankie that made that noise,
okay.
I think.
Okay, I thought she was coming. She was trying to get back in. And like he didn't kill me like here. He did it like on the street, and he had to like be like, it's not personal, Mike. And he had to like stab me in the chest or shoot me in the head.
Because he was a hitman?
Because he was a hitman.
Right. He was doing someone else's. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Isn't that like a little more respectable than someone who's like pretends to be my friend and ends up like sucking me dry like a vampire?
Right. But then don't you have to be like a target?
Yeah.
Don't you, like, you have to have like some sort of characteristic. Like, I couldn't imagine myself, like, I would never be that into gambling. I would never be that into like a material item. I would never desire. I would have to be desperate in terms of like medical capacities or like losing my home for some reason.
Yeah.
But I think, yeah, they'd have to find somebody who is vulnerable to that type of. And you're not vulnerable. You're not weak.
I think that's what they do, though. I think they like hang out at, like Marie said, like casinos or whatever,
Right.
where they, I don't know, they just have probably ways of getting in touch with people.
Yeah, I think they like spot like what a gambling addict looks like.
Yeah.
And they're like, that guy will be an easy target.
I think what they also do is like they have, so there's points. I don't know what points were until like today, but a point is a percentage point.
Right. You
So
knew
if
that.
someone-
In The Sopranos, they say it all the time. Like,
Yeah, but I
you have to
didn't
pay
know
it back at 2
2
points. Yeah.
So you're paying it back at 2%.
Oh, I don't know. Yeah, I guess I don't know what.
That seems low, though.
20%? Maybe it's
Yeah.
tens.
Yeah. But I think what it is like every week you pay 2% of what you owe of the principal.
Oh.
So if I loan you like $300 and then you pay me back 100, you have to pay me 102 back. But then next week you owe me 2% of like
Right.
I don't know.
I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's math.
Yeah.
But like, yeah, don't borrow money. I'm technically in debt. I have student loans.
Right. That is one thing I want to ask you, because we are thinking about getting engaged.
We're thinking about it.
We're gonna get engaged at some point. But I know you have student loan debt, but you've never told me how much it is.
Yeah.
So I guess I just want to ask you here in front of all the listeners, how much loan debt do you have? And you don't have to tell me,
Okay.
but I should know if I'm going to marry you.
Right. Yeah. I mean, I think we should both disclose our financial situations if
Mhm.
we're going to get married.
Mm-hmm.
But like, we don't have to get married right away.
Yeah.
So that's fine.
But how much? But it's probably a good amount of debt that you have, right?
Yeah, it's not small, but I pay it.
Yeah.
And I'm doing what I'm supposed to do, and I have like income-based repayment and stuff, and I have like loan forgiveness stuff in line, and
Mhm.
I don't know, I don't let it run my life.
Yeah.
I also have the mentality that like I hope that I create something big soon someday, like a book or some sort of product, or I get more speaking jobs where I just get like a big sum of money that I could put towards it, instead of like putting a ton of money towards something that gets sucked up in terms of like interest, really, and you're just throwing away money at something and the money doesn't go anywhere.
Mm-hmm.
That's my issue with student loans. It's not like you can pay a bunch and it just goes away.
Right.
The interest is so high that like you can pay a ton, make yourself broke, and then still get nowhere.
Right.
And I'm not willing to do that.
But it's kind of crazy that like you can borrow like 50 grand and then you can pay back like
150.
100 and then still owe them stuff.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
I know. And I don't think.
And it's criminal.
Right. And I don't have the mentality that like student loans should be forgiven completely. I do think that like if you're going to pay me to do something that's like a legal job,
yeah,
I don't understand why I have to like pay to learn how to do it, pay to be qualified to do it, and then have such legality behind doing my job, and then have to pay back all that stuff while working at it. I mean, I just feel like it's not an efficient system.
Mm-hmm.
But I just at the very least would like to just pay what my education cost.
Yeah.
Just at the very least.
Yeah.
And then also knock off another $20,000 because I chose a job where I'm a public servant.
Right. Oh, they'll knock that off.
$17,000.
Yeah. Did you see Kamala Harris's tweet about how like they're gonna have student loan forgiveness for Pell Grant recipients who operate a business in a disadvantaged community for more than 3 years?
Oh, so can we open up my private practice here in Bushwick?
I don't think this is a disadvantaged community though.
Are you kidding?
There's too many like yarn stores.
No, not here. This is all low income.
Yeah.
There's no way. My school has rats and cockroaches in it.
Don't you think that's like a funny thing to tweet though?
Yeah, I don't think she's that bright.
Yeah.
I'm definitely a Bernie or Elizabeth Warren fan.
Nice.
Is there any other Republican candidate that's like okay, or is like Trump the only one who's gonna run?
Well, some people are trying to primary him, but I don't think they're gonna.
They're not gonna. So it's gonna be him.
So. Yeah.
That's
what
insane.
do you think?
I think he's gonna win again.
No, but no Republican's gonna like primary him.
I wish that there was at least somebody that like, because there are people who are just like adamant about being a Republican, and they're not gonna vote outside of that. So I just wish that like if there was anyone who maybe like didn't love Trump, that like they'd have somebody else they can vote for instead of being like, well, I hate Democrats and I hate Warren and Sanders. So, ugh.
She had another tweet where she was like, AR-15s they're weapons of war. They're designed to kill a lot of people quickly. They don't belong on our streets. And I thought that was pretty funny.
Right. Because, like, you shouldn't disclose that lots of people can die at once.
They're for killing lots of brown people. Let's see, where was I? So it says Maria Ramos, 64, who runs a neighborhood beauty salon in Washington Heights, is one of these victims. The polite Dominican-born businesswoman has a history with numerous prestamistas, which is the Spanish word for moneylender, having borrowed over sums ranging from $2,000 to $35,000 over the years, according to a recent project of the SUNY Graduate School of Journalism. She owed $10,800 on her original loan to the lenders, who could be best described as intimidating. That's even as she paid back $2,600 monthly through 2016. A conventional loan in the regulated sector, had she qualified, might have set her back $350 monthly, financial analysts say. Several payday entities with New York addresses purport to offer these loans in New York. Loans are often secured against the borrower's upcoming paychecks. So yeah, they prey on poor people.
Yeah, I mean it's just it's a cruel, evil thing, but you have to be like a typecasted person. I don't know what to say. Like, you have to fit the mold of like who's gonna be.
I guess it feels like there's no way to like acquire, like, you don't get rich unless you fuck over poor people.
Right. When I'm driving around very wealthy neighborhoods, I think to myself, like, how many people are born wealthy and then they increase their wealth, and how many people grow up not wealthy and then move up from there?
Yeah, it's like you either have to like hire a bunch of workers and pay them shitty, or you have to like be Jeffrey Epstein's lawyer.
Right. Because, like, even if he wants his thing back on.
Mm-hmm.
Even if you, like, go to college and then you get a great job and it's like you're in finance and you're making tons of money. If you go into that with college debt, then you're already still behind.
Mm-hmm.
I would like to think to myself that if I were to do something great,
that's why you got to get your education on the streets.
Right. I would like to think like that would be something that would propel me, rather than something that like I can use to make up for a debt that I have.
Mm-hmm.
Like, whereas like if I were to get like some sort of thing that was like $20,000,
mm-hmm.
other people would be like, oh, this is like a great sum of money that's going to put me somewhere where I've dreamt to be. And for me, it would be like, this is something that I can do to get rid of a cinder block on my chest.
Yeah.
Which is just unfair. So if you want to help me out, you can pledge to my Patreon.
Yeah.
I'm joking.
Take your money out of my Patreon and put it in Deb's.
Yeah. Yeah. Especially because, like, I help people.
Mm-hmm.
Come on. I'm not like a basket weaver. I didn't go to school for philosophy or, like, anthropology.
Yeah. Right.
I wake up every day.
You do a real thing.
Yeah.
My grandmother called me today and told me that you wouldn't have any problem finding a guy, but I'm not going to find a woman who can take care of me like you.
She did?
Yeah.
Because she probably is wondering why you're not excited to marry me.
Yeah.
Yeah. I have to take a picture of Frankie. Look how gorgeous he is. Ow. I sent the thank you card. Did she get it? Then was that her address?
I don't know. That's
Sorry, I forgot we're on a show right now.
If you're a follower of the well, you know the Frankie went missing saga thanks to
the rainy day.
Yeah, I don't know, but so like another thing that I do want to talk about though is like because it is hard to research this show. Like it's hard to like find the information that you want. Even when we did the Epstein stuff, it's like if you just Google Jeffrey Epstein, a lot of it is just like, ABC News, CNN. It's all like corporate media. So we do have to figure out how we research stuff on this show. But I was looking for particularly like stories about people like people's like student loan stories, like people who have taken out X amount of money and then they owe like 3 times as much after paying some of that back. And a lot of the articles that I did find were just like how to pay off your debt, like how people have done it. And I just
right, yeah, because everyone is in that boat.
But it doesn't seem like, I don't know, it just doesn't seem like that's the narrative for a lot of people.
I think people don't talk about it.
What?
I think people don't talk about it, like they don't write articles.
No, but it doesn't seem like for most people it's like, all right, guys, let's just eat rice and beans for and let's stop drinking and let's buy our clothes at H&M and we can do this. It just seems like a lot of people are really just trapped. Although we did watch that one video, and you heard there's some girl was talking about her dad, and you were like, who's this? Who's this? She's annoying.
Oh, I don't remember what that was, but you do listen to a lot of annoying girls.
Yeah.
I do follow a bunch of like debt-free accounts on Instagram,
Mm-hmm.
and like, what is it? Gordon Ramsay? Is that the guy?
Dave Ramsey?
Dave Ramsey, whoever it is, like they
Bald guy?
whoever it is, somebody has like a financial plan to pay back student loans, and lots of people like do that route too.
Yeah.
I haven't looked into it, but yeah, like they eat rice and beans or tuna fish. It's like, okay, so I might not have student debt, but I'll have mercury poisoning.
No, I'm saying it doesn't seem like that's the path for a lot of people.
I think yeah,
it feels like it's too hard for people to pay. People owe so much,
right.
but then I don't know. Is there something to be said about like personal responsibility?
But are you saying personal responsibility is like don't take out as many loans as you did, and you wouldn't have been in this situation?
Not you particularly,
but then you shouldn't
but
say that
some
because
people.
it could be. I can understand what you're saying. Like if you just went to college and you're not pursuing the career that you got an education in, and you like got some film degree, and you have all these student loans, and you don't want to pay them back. It's like, okay, that's annoying. I don't think that I was unworthy of being a speech pathologist, and I don't see any other path that I could have done it with less money. Like, that would have cost me less.
Yeah, I'm not talking about you. I'm talking about, like, other, like...
Like who, though? Like, what kind of...
Like, people who major in, like, puppet studies.
Yeah, but don't only rich people major in puppet studies?
Yeah, but it seems like there's a, but it, I mean, I don't know. It does seem like there's a lot of like English majors or philosophy majors who like have a ton of debt right now, and I don't think that like, I'm not saying you shouldn't do that. It just doesn't. I don't think schools should cost that much.
I don't think schools. I think everyone should have access to a higher education, and that you shouldn't have to suffer in order to achieve that.
Mm-hmm.
At the same time, I wouldn't recommend someone go to school without a professional field in mind unless they already have like a tremendous amount of financial backing or connections.
Yeah.
Like be an English major if you intend to go to law school and be a lawyer, because you can do that. That's fine. I was an English major for a little bit because I thought that's what I wanted to do. And I did learn a lot as an English major, like in order to like dissect a book and really dive deep into it, whereas when I was younger I just kind of read and thought it was dumb. But I like go to school to be a nurse, go to school to be a speech pathologist, a doctor, anything that like has a direct career attached to it. But then that's not going to save
what I
you
just said.
from debt.
Yeah.
Still, like, I don't know. I don't think that, like...
But do something that makes money.
But then at the same time, it's like, okay, so then what? We don't want an educated society.
Right.
And we don't want to have, like, an eclectively... diverse...
Yeah.
society with, like, diverse knowledge and skill sets. With from different backgrounds and perspectives and, like, areas of expertise. I don't know. It's frustrating to
like
me.
there is value in, because that's kind of like a conservative talking point where people go, oh, no one's majoring in trades, or everybody's majoring in English or philosophy, but it's nice to study and know that stuff.
Right, like my grandma would always like use
it's basket
like a nice
quality
weaving as
of
a
life.
joke.
She
would always be like, you go to study like basket weaving. Like that's what she would like make fun of people saying. It was always basket weaving. But then I would always think like that would be fun to take a basket weaving class.
Yeah.
Like I was a photo minor for no reason other than I just liked it.
Yeah.
And I don't know. I wanted to take printmaking and jewelry design.
And your grandma was a miserable person.
Right, who never got to go to school.
Yeah.
So, I don't know.
Yeah.
I just think I can't focus on it so much.
Yeah.
I just have to keep doing my best
Right.
and hoping for the best and
Right.
trying. I feel like we need to make a joke soon.
Well, actually, we're out of time, so
Okay, thank God.
there's no time for jokes this week, everybody. Sorry, we didn't get around to the jokes, but maybe next time, guys. Thanks for listening. Follow your heart, kids. You know, you should follow your heart.
It'll lead you to the fridge.
It might lead you to no money. You might be a 32-year-old mover, but you'll get recognized on the street when you're moving.
Right.
Which happened to me this week. Shout out to Joel, who I saw walking around in Bed-Stuy.
Hey, Joel.
But if you guys want to support the show, patreon.com/sitdownpod. Email us sitdownpod@gmail.com. And follow us on social media, sitdownpod on Twitter, Instagram. Follow me on Twitter at Mike Recine. Recine Mike on Instagram. Follow Deborah. What's your Instagram handle?
Deborah Brooks, SLP.
Deborah Brooks SLP.
If you want to follow my speech stuff, or I have a personal Instagram, but it's just me and dogs mostly.
Yeah.
That's Deb Aura.
Yeah.
But I'm pretty boring, so you don't have to.
Yeah. All right, everybody. Thanks for listening, and we'll see you next time. Bye-bye.
Good night.